Hey, welcome back. A lot of you in the community, the pen community, were asking me to take a look at Machine Era. So I placed an order, and of course that order started small, and then it got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And here we are. And let's see what else they threw in. Oh, the mechanism, cool. All right, so I placed this order. I got a couple or three, which I've never really had, of the traditional, the original pens. So that's these three here. And then, so stainless steel, brass, and titanium. And then I also got this field pen. So let's start with the originals, because that's what a lot of you went through. And basically when I asked everyone, they're like, you have to get the stainless steel, you have to get the brass. So let's see what it is that you love so much about these, because you sure did say a lot of nice things about them. And then we'll go into that field pen. Stainless steel, nice little weight to it. Interesting size. Like I was expecting it to, just based on the pictures, be longer and bigger. So it's kind of small. Yeah, I personally would just, this is a little like short for me. Oh, maybe, user error as usual on this channel. So yeah, that kind of makes it all make a lot of sense to me now with this back here. Now you get that little ridge on your hand a little bit when you're writing, but yeah, overall I definitely see the appeal here. Maybe, oh, this was not all the way tight. So this piece comes out here and lets you swap out the refill. That's pretty impressive. What I'll say about this is a very efficient pen. There's also a little something on that refill there. Maybe a little wood shaving or something. Very efficient, you know, without having to have a mechanism in it. So you have a full-size refill in this little pen, which is pretty cool. It looked like there was a pocket clip you could get and put on here on the website, but not sure. That step right here with the, it's actually not terrible to kind of grab and write with, so that's interesting. This does kind of hit me right on the hand. I wish I was like just above it. If I had a really big hand, it wouldn't be an issue. If I had a really small hand, it wouldn't be as much of an issue, but that does kind of get me a little bit right there. But that's nice. That stainless steel feels really nice. The weight feels nice. The size is nice. It's pretty cool. I like this. This is very subtle back here. You don't really even realize that those are threads. And that is just a very efficient little package that, you know, you just put that in your pocket, right? You don't really need the pocket clip on a design like that because it's so small. It would just kind of disappear in your pocket anyways, right? Now this guy's a little heavy though. I'm going to guess that's in the 1.4 ounces. 1.385. So it's pretty close there, ounces. Put it in the pocket. Feels pretty good. I mean, it's round, so you're gonna feel it in there a little bit, but yeah, that's okay. Sorry that I've spent the first 3 minutes on just one pen. Here's brass, so I'm immediately going to weigh this just out of curiosity. Heavier than stainless steel, 1.47. Yep, has a nice little weight to it. This thing is definitely a little fancier. It reminds me more of something that you would have had in like the 80s or 70s or something. Yeah, it feels good. That's a nice little weight to it as well. Okay, lastly, we're going to check the titanium. Very curious about the weight on that. By the way, let's do a quick, I'm sure this is all very easily available on their website, but let's do a little check here on the length, and that is coming in just around 4.5 inches or so. 4.75 maybe inches. So let's check out the titanium over here. Much lighter. You can tell right away that this titanium is much lighter. Wow, that shaves off a huge amount, about half an ounce. So 0.85 ounces. I went with the no logo. I just love the look of no logo. Not a big fan of logos personally, unless they're like really nicely engraved in just the right spot on something, then I can get with it. Interesting that they're all loose here. I wonder if that's just kind of how they ship them or what. That feels nice though. I mean, this one probably feel a lot better in the pocket. the weight in hand, probably a little better for stamina. Yeah, they're all nice, but I probably gravitate towards that one personally. I'm a pretty big fan of like a slightly lighter pen, big fan of the Smooth Precision pens, and this is about the same weight. 0.87 there versus it's like almost exactly the same. So yeah, and that one does disappear a little more in the pocket. The shape is certainly the shape, right? It's not going to completely disappear, but yeah, you really don't notice it as much in the pocket because of the weight. So that's pretty cool. Those are neat. Let's switch over here and check out the field pen. Or maybe I should just do a separate video on this, but well, we'll just do it and see what we think, because this is more in line with what I'm used to checking out. I'd say something where you have a retractable. I like this twist mechanism. The spring is pretty strong. Is this one piece the whole way through? So that's kind of cool. It's titanium, 1.07 ounces, including the pocket clip built in there. Now, because of the mechanism, you know, it ends up being not the deepest carry. But I'm kind of used to that, but like even compared to the maybe not deepest in the world carry, and sorry if you can hear it, my dog's in the background going nuts, but it's definitely not even as deep as this. So the pocket clip is going to be a little further forward on this. But what I really like about this is you get that full range of motion, very efficient. Kind of surprised this one's not a more talked about pen, frankly. Let's see if we can get this other mechanism on it and check that out as well. Not sure how complex that's going to be to check out. So you are looking at a Parker size refill. And yeah, interesting. I wonder if that's a custom spring or not. Let's see if we're going to be able to change this out really easily on here. I'm just trying to eyeball this. I didn't research it all ahead of time, whether you can just swap that out or whether you need the rest of these parts. Looks more like, oh, looks like it fits right on there. Huh. We'll see. It's actually kind of surprising the way it looks is that it didn't look like it's the right size. But if it's that simple, huh, that's really cool. That's just a trip that the sizes work out like that. I personally prefer like a pen with a little more feedback, but overall it's pretty smooth and feels pretty good. Yeah, this action is very quiet though. But the pen is pretty darn nice for, I think it was like $120 or something like that. 20 bucks for the extra mechanism. It's a pretty neat option to be able to switch it up. So for only $20 more, you get, you know, the second mechanism. Let's see if I can get this one off. I put it on pretty tight. There we go. Which mechanism would I go with? Personally, I find this one to feel a little more unique. So I'd probably go with this guy. Yeah, I like the action on this a little more. You do have to kind of get two fingers in there. It's not really a one finger kind of thing. You can do it. I guess you can do it. It doesn't invoke a ton of confidence, I'll say that. It doesn't feel great. But when you do use two, it feels quite good actually. Like I really enjoy the way this feels. Very pronounced on the grip, like, but not too uncomfortable. Oops, just drew on the desk there. Surprised that doesn't happen more often. Let's grab something to draw on. Okay. Yeah, pretty minimal on the tip wiggle. Yeah, feels quite good actually. And definitely retracts pretty easily. It can be done. Just you have to be pretty assertive. But it feels really good. This doesn't feel great. It feels like a little strong for that, but if you use sort of two hands with two fingers on here, it feels quite nice. One hand, two fingers, a little tricky. Seems like I'm also like unscrewing this over and over, so that is like a little bit of a thing about this. So you have to, you know, when I'm doing this, it's pretty rough on it. It probably loosens it up a little bit, so you'd really have to tighten that on there to not have that get loosened up. But yeah, Machine Era, doing some nice stuff. These pens definitely feel premium quality, well balanced, well thought through. I like it. Definitely, you know, especially at the price. I think these are like 50 bucks a piece, and then maybe like 75 or 80 for the titanium. I'd say that they have a place in the collections of a lot of people here. Let's do one quick measurement on this guy because it's pretty compact. That is right under 5 inches. So you're looking at a pretty similar size to a full-size Smooth Precision pens. Maybe like a short USG would be right in there. A little shorter. It's like right in between the size of these two, which I think meets the bill for a lot of folks. So yeah, really interesting. I can see now how this adds up to the right length now that I'm seeing how it works a bit more. Interesting machining in here, by the way, in this mechanism. Very quiet. I guess in parts of Japan it's very rude for your pen to make a lot of noise, so you'd want something like this more quiet mechanism. Nice. Machine Era, appreciate you your work here. Appreciate you sending these over. And yeah, glad I was able to buy a few of these and share them with the channel. Hope you enjoyed it. If so, please feel free to like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Take care.